Welcome to the Weather Guru podcast for March 19th, 2025. This is Wednesday. We're going to be looking at today the severe thunderstorm warnings that are in effect for the Central Plains area, specifically Indiana and Michigan, or Michiana, and also in Kentucky and the Ohio Valley. There's some severe thunderstorm warnings that we particularly want to take a look at here, courtesy of radar scope. So I turned on the wide picture scope here to give you an idea of what we're looking at here. And you can see these storms are advancing here in association with a cold front that's going to bring showers later on early in the morning for the mid-Atlantic states and also into the northeast. That's coming up Thursday morning, possibly around 9-10 o'clock a.m. and lasting throughout the afternoon. So this rain showers are going to come bring in that cooler weather. As today we've had above average temperatures for the eastern two-thirds of the country. That's going to flip, and the pattern is going to be warm weather out west and cooler than average temperatures for the next week and a half as we head into the first day of spring on Thursday tomorrow, ironically. So looking at the radar here, you can see most of the yellow boxes here. These are severe thunderstorm warnings in Indiana, central Indiana. So if you come along I-65 out of Indianapolis, or 465 around the loop, especially in the northern suburbs of Indianapolis, like Zionsburg, Zebulon, Carmel, Indiana, etc., or US 31 here, heading north towards South Bend and all those areas there, Kokomo. Be very careful there. 65, US 31 in Indiana. There is severe thunderstorm warnings here for Cass County, Martin County, Indiana. Hail. Most of these are indicated hail, radar indicators. You can see in these dark purple and red spots. This is hail here. And most of this hail here is indicated here. This is Logansport, Indiana, just west of just east of US 31 here, a big major highway in Indiana. Most of this is 1 inch to 1.5 inches hail and 60-mile-an-hour straight line winds here as all this complexes here advance to the northeast here. These quasi-linear convective storms here can advance, and you can see there's a few little fingers, appendages here that are bow echoing down out here toward Kokomo. So toward Kokomo, Indiana, Tipton, Indiana, back towards Zionsville. It's just now hitting here just to the east of I-65 and the 465 loop at the top loop there. You're getting Sheridan, you're getting hit hard with hail, and as well as gusty winds up to 60 miles an hour. The criteria for severe thunderstorm warning is 58 miles an hour or greater and hail of 1 inch diameter or more. And we have that here in Du Bois and Orange County here, back down to the south here, back just southwest of French Lick and Jasper, Indiana here. We have a severe thunderstorm warning with almost 2-inch hail and 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Considerable hail here. So if you're in Jasper, Huntingburg, Holland, Dale, Santa Claus, you want to be careful out here in Indiana for these storms that are producing extremely heavy rain, even up to Bloomington, IU Bloomington campus here. Some are even rotating here towards Bedford, Indiana, and Guthrie, Indiana. This is about maybe 35 minutes south of Bloomington here. Be very careful. These storms are producing a pack of 60-mile-an-hour winds or higher and hail almost approaching 2 inches here. And you can see the bow echoing here on this scan here and right here too as well. So Guthrie, Bedford, Mitchell, Orleans, and Campbellsburg, you're in that path as it gets across Bloomington right now, IU Bloomington and Indiana. Now looking elsewhere in Indiana, Michiana, Berrien, Cass, and St. Joseph counties, right off the lake here. Look at this powerful bow echo here. This is producing 65-mile-an-hour wind gusts and hail above 1 inch here off Lake Michigan. So if you're in Benton Harbor, you just experienced that. Paw Paw, Kalamazoo, you're up next. Dawaziak, Cass County, Niles, US 31, M139, Michigan 139, and I-94 here, even along the lake from Bridgman down to New Buffalo, Michigan City. Heavy rain and gusty winds off the Lake Michigan here, all the way back toward Gary, Indiana, and over toward Chicagoland. It's cleared you now, just showers for O'Hare and Midway airports. They should be safe, but right now we have these storms advancing strongly across Berrien County, Michigan, across the lake there, Michigan. M139, if you come along 94 here from Benton Harbor to Paw Paw to Kalamazoo, take caution. These storms are packing a punch, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and winds gusting above that, and hail a gust higher than 1.5 inches in diameter here. So that's where we have most of the severe thunderstorm warnings. Now we do have some in Kentucky. I think we had one in Kentucky that might have expired now. I think it has expired. Most of the ones are in Indiana and Michigan. You can see why. We have these strong line of storms that are producing storms here. Also along Indiana Toll Road. If you come along I-90, South Bend, Elkhart, These areas, Mishawaka on the south end of town there. You want to be careful. These storms are producing the punch here, all along the lines here, and even towards 69, the junction between I-69, Three Rivers, Michigan, and down there by Jackson, Michigan as well. These storms will be advancing your way too later on tonight, possibly 10, 11 o'clock into Ann Arbor, Jackson, and eventually Detroit and Toledo corridor. You want to watch out later on tonight for this severe thunderstorm that could be continuing right now. There's also a special marine warning here Lake Michigan here, South Haven to Holland, Michigan here. So if you come along I-96 here towards South Haven, 196 up toward Grand Rapids, be very careful here in this area as you get these storms coming off the lake here. Powerful storms here producing lightning and special marine warnings for 40-knot gusts and strong winds here as the strong line storms come across Lake Michigan here. So we got to be careful there. Lightning is also a possibility. So special marine warning for those folks there from South Holland, Michigan, all the way down the coast to Mid-Lake, Michigan, to St. Joseph, Michigan here in Benton Harbor. So be very careful. So most of the warnings, like I said, are all in Indiana, concentrated up here in Indiana, central Indiana, northern and central Indiana here. And we also have a few in just across the river from Louisville here, as I showed you those areas down in southern Illinois, from Indiana, from Bloomington back toward Evansville, Illinois. And we have one little small warning here in Kentucky here. This expires in 16 minutes. 1-inch hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds possible here, just to the west of Bowling Green, Kentucky, and Clarksville. So coming up I-24 there, meeting to the 57 junction there in Illinois. Be very careful there, south of Evansville. You do have it toward Madisonville, Kentucky. The severe thunderstorm warning for you folks out there. Caldwell County, the severe thunderstorm warning for you has been canceled. That's great news there, but it remains in effect just west of Madisonville there for Hopkins and Webster County. So that's what we have there in terms of severe thunderstorm warnings. Elsewhere, beautiful weather up the East Coast, beautiful sunset in effect from New York, the Catskills, all the way down to Richmond, Virginia, into the Carolinas, and into Charleston, South Carolina. Most of our weather is concentrated in the central and right here in the east of the Mississippi River here, and all of Denver is clearing out now. Temperatures in the 60s Fahrenheit after you guys had a bunch of snow there. You had picked up another 1 to 3 inches of snow there on the front range there. That's been gone as it's ejected into the plains, and this front will continue to advance tomorrow, bringing rain, like I said, to the mid-Atlantic and the northeast states. So if you have any plans, you want to wait till the afternoon hours, late afternoon hours for this rain to pass, but by then it'll be much cooler. Temperatures are forecast to be in the 50s here for highs. In the New England and the Northeast and the Mid-Atlantic, as well as the South as well, some parts of the Southeast. It's going to be kind of a cloudy, overcast, stacked day. But out west, temperatures will be warming up here as the jet stream flips. We're going to have a big ridge, Omega Ridge forming, and it's going to be basically, warm weather out here for the next week, and then cooler temperatures here as the jet dips down like that and provides more cold air coming in from the northwest winds. And when the winds turn northwest, they bring that cool air. And so nothing terrible that we can't handle, but we'll still be cold for the first day of spring and heading into next week as we continue on. So this has been the Weather Guru podcast for Wednesday, March 19th, 2025. Thank you for listening. Blessings to you. Please be sure to subscribe to this channel for the latest interpretation of weather in the lower 48 and sometimes beyond. Take care. See you on the next episode.